Hey there, if you're selling your property for sale by owner, this video is made for you. My name is Matthew Whitman. I'm a local real estate broker. I've been selling real estate for over 30 years. I've handled thousands of real estate transactions throughout my career. I'm offering today to give you some information on why I think that selling your property with a broker, hopefully me, is very advantageous to you as a for sale by owner. I understand you're trying to save money. I have all sorts of programs that will help you save money, in many cases cut the traditional real estate fee completely in half, still giving you full access to multiple listing service, allowing all the brokers to come out and see your property instead of just listing yourself on a website like Zillow or Trulia, where you get only a tiny percentage of people actually coming out to take a look at your home. What I would tell you is most brokers are really not going to come out and show a for sale by owner. There's many reasons why. Sometimes for sale by owners are like, well, why aren't the agents coming out? Well, I can tell you the main reason. I'll give you an example. If, let's say, I wanted to come out and show your home, I have to call you up, negotiate a contract, and at that point come to an agreement, put the whole entire deal together before I can actually come out and show the property. So this is really just not a convenient way for brokers to come out and show your property. So it's just, they can do it, I have done it, but it's very, very small percentage of brokers who are actually going to come out and see your home. Marketing. I would tell you that there's a huge difference between what a for sale by owner can do and what a broker can do for you as far as marketing your property. When you list a property in a website like Zillow or Trulia, what you find is you're getting a tiny percentage of the actual buyers who are out there right now looking for a home just like yours. When you list with an agent like me, what you're going to find is I'm going to place you in multiple listing service, and then at that same time I'm also going to place you in all the major real estate websites as well. So what you're going to find is buyers are going to be coming at me from all directions. Now, I'll be flat out honest with you. Only about 2% of the calls that I receive come in from website calls. The vast majority of my showings come from real estate brokers who are trying to show my property. So what you find is that the websites are great, but the honest truth is that if you're not in MLS, what you're going to find is that most brokers are not going to come out and show your home. Now, I get it. It's very expensive to deal with a broker. Commissions are high. I have all sorts of programs where I can cut your fee literally in half. So I would tell you that there are programs out there where I can get you into MLS, get you all the exposure that you need without actually breaking the bank. Literally 50,000 local real estate brokers have the ability to show your property. This is really critical. What you find is this is the main reason why real estate brokers are so successful. What you have is that when I put a property up for sale, it's not just me that's trying to sell your property. It's all the agents out there that have buyers that are looking for specifically what you have. Now, obviously, you're not going to get 50,000 showings. That would be crazy. But what I would tell you this, you're going to get maybe dozen, 24 people that are specifically looking for what you're selling. This is why it's so successful. We pool our listings in the MLS. I may not have the specific buyer for the property that you're selling, but somebody nearby, a different city, may have a buyer that's looking for exactly what you're selling. So when we place you in multiple listing service, thousands and thousands of agents have the ability to pull your property up and immediately schedule a showing. This is critical. I'll give you an example. If, let's say, I'm out showing properties, or somebody calls me up and says, hey Matt, I want to look at some properties in this area. At that point, I'm going to pull that entire area for specifically what they want, and at that point, we're going to start going from house to house until we find exactly what that person is looking for. The multiple listing service works because brokers pool their listings. So the properties on the MLS are available for me to schedule an appointment right now. So when you list with an agent, I'm going to place you in front of thousands of local real estate brokers that have buyers that are looking for specifically what you have. This is why MLS is so effective. Literally, I would tell you that 97% of all of my properties are being shown by agents and being sold by agents. So being up on one website or two websites is fine. I understand it. That's the best way for the general public to get their property up for sale. But what you find is when you're with an agent, I'm going to put you on dozens of websites, and those still only account for about 2 or 3% of all of my showings. So I would tell you that MLS is king. There's no other way to put it. When I put you in MLS, I'm going to have you in front of people that are specifically ready to go right now to show your property and hopefully bring you an offer. Commission. Sometimes people misunderstand this part. They're thinking they can avoid the listing broker. This is a serious error. What you find is the listing broker is the most important broker in the transaction. Little background on myself. I've been selling real estate for over 30 years. I initially started with RE/MAX. I worked for them for 28 years. I led the office. So a lot of times I have for sale by owners say to me, Matt, if you bring a buyer out, I'll pay you 2.5%. And that's great. Thanks for letting me know. I'm always understand that, you're trying to explain to me you're going to pay me a commission if I come out and sell your property. I appreciate that. But I have to explain this in more detail with you. Thanks for that offer, but what you find is realistically, it's just not an effective way of selling your property. It's not a bad way to go about, explaining to an agent to please show my property and I'll pay you. I get that part. But what you're not understanding is that the vast majority of agents that are coming out to talk to you are likely not coming out to talk to you because they have a buyer. They're trying to list your property. So you have to think about it this way. If you're not in the MLS, then the vast majority of buyers out there are not going to come and see your property. Some will. You'll get a very small percentage of people that'll call you off your websites, just like me. Probably 1 or 2% of my calls, maybe 3% I get off of websites are basically calls directly from the website, and they come in and see the property. But realistically, what you find is that agents are not showing for sale by owners. It just doesn't make sense. It takes too much time for me to go out, schedule an appointment, negotiate a contract to show a property just for one single showing. You got to understand something. When somebody calls me up and says they want to see some properties, they don't want to wait a week while I schedule a showing or a conversation and a contract with a for sale by owner to show their property. So agents are really not going to come out and show your property. It's just totally inconvenient for them. So regarding listing programs, a lot of times people avoid selling their property with a broker because the commissions are super high. And I get it, 5% is a lot of money. What I would tell you is this. I offer commission programs as low as 1.25% if your home is under $800,000. If it's over $800,000, I offer programs as low as 1% on the listing side. As far as payout to the cooperating broker, my recommendation to you is to pay something out to the buyer's agent. It just makes sense. In the end, we want to entice all buyers to come out to look at your property, and by offering a commission to the agent that's bringing the buyer through makes total sense. My recommendation to you is to pay out what you think is right. Now, most agents are going to tell you that you should pay a full 2.5% commission to the cooperating broker. You don't have to pay a full fee out. This is a misunderstanding. If you want to try to negotiate the commission on the buyer's side, you certainly can. It's your choice as far as what you pay out. My recommendation to you is to pay out 1.25% to the cooperating broker. And at that point, the negotiations begin. So when an offer comes in, the contract comes in as far as the offer on the property that you're selling, but there also is going to be an additional contract that says that they're looking to be paid a full 2.5% commission. My recommendation is to offer half of that number to them. If you're trying to negotiate how much you pay out to the cooperating broker, this is where the negotiations begin. Some people think that by cutting the listing broker out, the 2.5% commission that would normally be paid out of a 5% transaction is a way to go about doing this. I believe this is a mistake, because if you can't get the property into multiple listing service, then what happens is you're only getting a tiny fraction of the people out there that are actually looking to purchase